Hi, I'm Chris McCoy.
I'm Kailynn Johnson.
Welcome to the Memphis Flyer Podcast. Every week we jump on here to tell you what we're covering in the paper. And this week is, what are we covering in the paper this week?
What did we cover? I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet. We're recording on Tuesday because normally we record on Wednesday, but we're recording on Tuesday right now so that we can go home for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
I'm going to visit my sisters-in-law in Jackson, and you said you had the family?
Yes, family's here, so staying at Homesgiving.
Yes, that's good. You don't have to travel.
Yes.
We were just talking about, too, before we started, I know you guys need to hear this. We're just talking about the commutes of times past.
Yes.
And you were talking about coming home from Knoxville?
Yes, every year for 4 years, it was a 6-hour trek there and back. Not fun.
And you would get out like on Wednesday,
Yes.
right? Like, yeah, wow. That's I-40 is the worst. I-40 is the worst. We had one time going back to McMinnville for Thanksgiving, got stuck like just before we got to Dixon, Tennessee, with the wreck. 3 hours. We were stuck completely immobile for 3 hours. Anyways, I'll tell you what we do know is in the paper this week. Kailynn here is our Wicked Correspondant.
Very happy to have that. I take that very seriously.
Well, let me ask you something. Before we get to talk about Wicked for Good, you said you're and you say in your review that you're a fan and you came to it through fandom.
Yes.
Right? So what are your fandoms?
Okay, so I grew up a huge Glee fan. Like, I don't know if my mom would be able to talk about what I put her and my dad through when I was obsessed with Glee. It was so bad. And that was back when physical media was a big thing. So I had every CD, and a really big thing on Glee was Defying Gravity. And I listened to Defying Gravity a lot. And of course, like everybody, you think of Wicked, that's the first thing you know is Defying Gravity. So I knew about it through that. I never really had the privilege to go to New York and see it. Only thing I've seen on Broadway is Book of Mormon.
Oh yeah, which is a great show.
It is really good.
Great show.
So
you didn't get to see when we came to the Orpheum. Wicked came to the Orpheum.
I didn't know it came.
Oh man. Well, we'll make sure Orpheum people. We got to get her next time Wicked comes through.
Yes.
Okay. I love going down. I love going down to the Orpheum. Those touring shows. They're at least interesting.
Yeah.
But most of them are great to come through.
Yeah. I saw Rocky Horror when it came through in October.
Oh man, wasn't that spectacular?
Yes.
Wow. Barry Bostwick. I wrote about it. Barry Bostwick, who was Janet. No,
Brad.
Brad. Who was Brad in the original? He was there. He came out and did a little shtick at the beginning, and which I was like, that seems like a pretty nice gig, like touring around with Rocky Horror. You do like 5 minutes of stand up, and that's your night, I think he probably did closer to 10, really. But yes, that was spectacular.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've never seen the Orpheum so trashed.
I haven't either. Oh, it was great.
It was like they published a picture they posted a picture from the stage, and there was just like toilet paper like hanging down from the balcony and stuff, But anyways, so you came into Wicked through Glee.
Yes.
Right. So what did you think about Wicked for Good? Now, the first movie, if I recall, you liked, right?
I loved it. If it wasn't Jesus Christ Superstar, I'm listening to Wicked in my car. Those are the two albums I keep on a repeat. Like, that's my movie. My boyfriend laughs because before he took me to see it in theaters a second time, I may or may not have seen like 4 times after the first initial time. I loved it. I thought it was so good. I grew up an Ariana Grande fan. Like, I saw her go from TV to what she is now. So it was really cool because I knew how much like Wicked and Glinda impacted who she is as an artist. So to see her, like, I cried when I saw her in the bubble for the first time. I'm like, that's Ariana. Like, and it was so good. And my sister and I, like, every day it was like, oh my gosh, XYZ amount of time before Wicked comes out, because I couldn't see it without my sister. So we were really excited to see that, and it was fine. But I think I said in my review, I'm very aware that the problem with Wicked has always been the second act. So it's not a reflection of John M. Chu or Cynthia Erivo or Ariana. They just didn't really have much to work with because, in essence, it's a great idea to think that, oh, they're going to intertwine this with The Wizard of Oz because that's what Wicked is. It is Wizard of Oz fan fiction. But there's just so much that you have to do in so much time. And it's like, okay.
Well, I'll tell you, as a Star Wars fan, I'm very familiar with that feeling of like, I'm enjoying this, but I also know it's bad.
Yeah.
and it's something as a critic, too, that you've got to be like, and I thought that you did a really good job in your review, because you have to be like, okay, you revealed your biases up front. This is where I'm at. But then I think there's a lot, obviously from $150 million in 3 days, there's a lot of people who like you.
Yeah.
Too. So you revealed your biases, and then you were like, okay, but I understand the weakness. You have to understand what the weaknesses are. And so you think it was just like too much, there's just too much real estate that you have to use to get to like, Dorothy Gale arriving.
Yeah. There's so much there. And then, of course, their whole thing, which I totally understand, is not wanting to focus too much on Wizard of Oz because people like Wicked have Wizard of Oz as such a special place in their heart. And they don't want to alienate those fans. But, like, there's also, like, children who've, like, never seen Wizard of Oz before. Like, we're getting to that point where they, like, don't really know, like, what's that is.
Yeah.
Like, what that's going on.
And don't take this as an invitation to remake it because you should not do that.
No, please don't.
No, it is a masterpiece, and it's kind of an accidental masterpiece too.
So good.
There's a thing in film, you're like, you don't want to be Wizard of Oz, which is on the one hand, you're like, why don't you want to be Wizard of Oz? There's this like classic, but Wizard of Oz tanked in 1939 and was not appreciated for years and years, and then slowly, like people, through like rep houses, and then once he got on TV, and my wife tells a story about having a black and white, her dad had a black and white TV and was just like too cheap, was just not going to buy a color TV at all. So she didn't know about the whole like black and white to color gag until like much later. And when she saw it on on the big screen, it was like, what?
It's color amazing. Here. And like I was like maybe 6 when I saw it for the first time, so like I had more like advanced media that I love, but I still remember like that movie just plays such a special part of my childhood because it's just something so magical about it, like the way that transports you into that world. Yeah,
it's just an ideal like production. They put all this money into the studio stuff, which is just to this day, it's stunning. And, people complain about CGI, I think, too much sometimes. But, man, there is no substitute for just, like, I got a big studio, and I'm going to fill it with stuff, and I'm going to take pictures of it. There's no, there's no substitute for that, especially those big musicals, too. So, Cynthia, she does a good job in this
great.
One.
She's
she
great.
Is magnetic. I would watch her read the phone book.
Yes, she's amazing, and I wasn't like big. I wasn't familiar with her game before Wicked. Like I was aware of like Color Purple and stuff like that, but just seeing her and just like the way that she can transport you, and she adds all this dimension, I think, to Elphaba. So many of the Broadway actresses talk about how cool it is to see her because she's able to show these emotions and these things they don't have the time to do on stage. You're just watching someone static for 1 minute.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and being on stage and that's why she's so good at both of them, which is, a lot of people are not good at both of them. Being on stage and being in front of a camera are two different things because there's so much more subtlety in screen acting. And also, you got, like, you don't have night after night. Like I can try it again tomorrow. I had an actress one time like text me the day after who was a theater actress. Like text me the day after shooting was like, I woke up this morning thinking, okay, this is how I'm gonna do it tonight. And then I was like, oh, I don't get to do it again. It's over. But she is great at both. And I think that they have really good chemistry together.
They have amazing chemistry together. Some people say it's like a theater kid experience, but like, I just love seeing them, and like it kind of makes me sad that like it's not like a Harry Potter film where I get to like look forward to that every year, and that like Wicked time for now is over. But like I love them.
Yeah. Well, We could fantasy cast them into other, you know, they could do cabaret.
I would like to see that. That would be
Somebody
really
needs
good.
to do a cabaret right now.
I think so. It's so timely right now.
Yeah. You know, and or they could do, I don't know, there's a lot. Something newer, though. Yeah. Anyways, that would be awesome. But, so, what's your bottom line? Bottom line, Wicked for good for the kind folks at home.
If you are a Wicked fan, I recommend going to see it. They do a good job. Like, they did the best that they could with what they have, but you have to understand what they had wasn't much.
Yeah.
But I will be going to see it again. My boyfriend and I are already planning on it.
Okay, well, there you go. So it can't be that bad.
No, it's not that bad, though.
Not perfect, but entertaining.
Very entertaining. Don't go in thinking that it's going to be the same experience as part one.
Right.
Yeah. It's the consequences of part one.
Yeah, and also Defying Gravity is the climax of part one, like right before intermission too.
Yes.
So you don't get Defying Gravity. They put all the good songs in the first half.
They did.
Yeah, which is a big argument for they should have just done one movie, really. But because it's also longer than, like, each movie is longer. Movie with half the story is longer than the actual play that you would pay $200 to see on Broadway. Yes. But anyways, we're not second guessing them. We are telling you where to go over Thanksgiving, because I know you're going to want to get out of the house at some point. Yeah, that's where we're going. We're going to go to the house and go get fed.
Yes.
This has been the Memphis Flyer Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week.